This was my first attempt at oil painting.
In his short time painting, Larry Carter has produced several pieces of art.
I think this one is my favorite because of how powerful it is when people see that there's a face here. Their reaction to it is so strong.
He's only been painting since 2010. His favorite tool isn't a brush. He uses palette knives.
One thing with my technique of using a palette knife and really using thick paint is I think even someone who didn't see well could appreciate some of my work by feeling it. There's a lot of contour and depth in the actual thickness of the paint.
Rich color and contrast are prominent in his work. He often turns his canvas to give him direction and a different view.
I think it has helped me see the world differently and in a much better way. You know, I see things in the world now that I never paid much attention to before. You don't get a great sunset every evening, so I try to enjoy every one I get. In things that people think are blue or green, and in shadows, there's always colors. And I think being an artist has led me to that. I see colors that I never knew existed before.
The Chickasaw artist likes to place hidden native images in his paintings. It's a way to get people to look closely at his work and see the possibilities.
This is so free-flowing and has much more of a modern, fun feel to it. But I still like to find, find the warrior in there, or the buffalo hunt, or just an emotion from one snapshot in time of someone. The way I painted before, which was more completely representational and realistic, a huge part of the painting might be the sky, and there would be a subject matter in it, be it a deer or an antelope or whatever. Well, I noticed that people looked at the subject matter and whether it was good or whether it was not so great. No one ever noticed that a good bit of time was spent on the sky. But when I do the abstract things and people know that there are things hidden in them, it forces everyone to look at every little square inch of my painting to see if there's something there. So everywhere that I painted, people look at with an interest.
Larry has had the opportunity to showcase his work. He participated for the first time in 2010 at the Southeastern Art Show and Market, part of the Chickasaw Nation annual meeting and festival.
The art that people produce there is out of this world. And the show that the Chickasaw Nation puts on for the artists and the hospitality is wonderful.
Being among other Native artists has inspired him to continue painting.
I think in my experience, it's something that I'd always wanted to do and always been afraid to try. And don't be afraid to take that step. Step out there and try the things that you want to try in life, and at least you'll know. An artist, especially one who does loose, broad things like I do, does it with emotion and gestures. And I think it's an important way for someone to share with the world their emotions. When someone passes a Larry Carter painting, I want them to stop and just reach out and grab hold of some part of their emotion.